You know, the weather here in Zambia lately, it's just been all over the place. Sunny one minute, raining the next.
Huh, tell me about it. Very unpredictable.
But you know what isn't unpredictable? The innovation news coming out. This latest newsletter we're looking at is just, well, rock solid with development.
Absolutely. It's really packed this time. A lot going on in the tech and entrepreneurship space here.
Right. So let's just dive straight in. First up, the newsletter mentions Lukonga Lindunda speaking at the ICT Association of Zambia conference.
Yeah, the 2025 one. His focus was AI, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
AI as a driver for, digital transformation and crucially economic growth in Zambia.
And it wasn't just theoretical stuff either. He was talking about practical impacts, creating new efficiencies, even whole new types of jobs potentially.
Yeah, real world application. There was that projection mentioned too.
Oh, the GDP one.
AI potentially contributing up to 3% of Africa's GDP annually by 2030. That's significant.
It really is. And it makes his point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That we need investment, not just tech, but skills, policy.
Innovation support, the whole package to actually make use of that potential.
Precisely.
Okay, moving on. There's Simanza Muyangana. He's speaking soon, right?
Yes, at the Next Level Up Leadership Workshop. Mid-May, I think. Africa Works Agora Village.
And his topic. Technology, AI, and the future of business. Seems like a running theme here.
Definitely ties in. But his angle sounds more focused on the individual professional development side.
How so?
Well, the description says it's about harnessing AI for your own growth, finding those future-ready skills, navigating new career paths.
Ah, okay. Making it personal.
Exactly. And the workshop itself looks broader, too. Leadership, communication, even financial literacy and wellness.
So tech skills plus those kind of softer, essential leadership skills.
It's a holistic view, yeah. Tech isn't everything on its own.
Right. Now, this next one really caught my eye. The Women in Tech Zambia program launch.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic news.
A $10,000 equity-free grant for women-led startups. That's a serious boost.
Huge. And it's not just a one-off thing. It's a 3-year initiative.
3 years, aiming for 30 startups across Zambia.
30 women-led, tech-enabled ventures.
Yeah.
It's a partnership between BongoHive, Standard Chartered Zambia Foundation, and Village Capital.
That's a really strong signal trying to build a more inclusive tech scene.
Definitely needed. And for anyone listening who might be interested, the deadline's May 28th.
Good to know. Okay, what else? The Fundraising 101 mini-series.
Right. Aimed at early-stage founders, always a tricky area, fundraising.
Tell me about it. The first session is to raise or not to raise. Sounds fundamental.
It really is. Knowing if and when to raise is just as important as knowing how. That's on May 7th.
And a look at this panel. Michael Tarney from Zban, Lalemba Firi from ATG Samata.
Chulafio Mutalimwila from Ishandi, and Jawo Mutambo from Canton.
Wow, that's a powerhouse panel. So much experience in one virtual room.
Absolutely invaluable for founders just starting out, getting that direct insight from investors and people who've, been there.
Definitely helps avoid some common mistakes, I'd imagine.
For sure.
Okay, shifting gears slightly, but still on AI. Lukonga Lindunda, again, this time at the DRI 45 conference.
Yes, that was end of April. What was the topic?
It was a panel, open or closed, exploring the implications of open source versus proprietary AI systems in Africa.
Ooh, that's a really crucial discussion for the continent.
Explain that a bit more, open versus closed AI.
Well, basically, open source means the underlying code, the sort of recipe for the AI, is public. Anyone can see it, use it, modify it. Proprietary means it's owned and controlled by a company, like think GPT-4 versus an open model.
Right, so the panel was debating the pros and cons for Africa.
Exactly. Which approach better supports local innovation? Accessibility, cost, control. There are trade-offs.
Makes sense. Important strategic questions.
Definitely. Next, the newsletter mentions the 2025 Developer Ecosystem Survey.
Launched by BongoHive and ICT-AZ, with the Minister of Technology and Science involved too.
Yeah, that's significant backing. The idea is to gather info directly from developers and tech professionals here.
To understand what they need, challenges, strengths, that sort of thing.
Precisely. So that, policies and training programs can actually be effective and targeted. It feeds into supporting the whole sector.
A way for the community to have its say. They're encouraging people to take it, right?
There should be a link in the newsletter, I assume.
Okay. Also, on the BongoHive front, they're hiring.
Ah, yes, an innovation associate position. Research and social innovation focus.
Full-time, based in Lusaka. Looks like a 2-year contract, renewable.
Yeah, the role involves leading research projects, specifically ones focused on social impact using innovation.
Sounds interesting. Deadline for that is May 9th.
Good to note.
Now, the newsletter also does a quick roundup of just general AI advancements globally. It's moving so fast.
It really is dizzying. They mentioned Meta's new AI app, NVIDIA's benchmarks, Google's Dolphin thing.
Grok 3.5 beta, new models from DeepSeek and Alibaba, OpenAI integrating with design tools. It's just constant.
The pace is incredible. The landscape is just shifting under our feet month by month.
Which brings us to something really meta, the newsletter itself.
Ah, yes. They turned it into an AI-powered audio version.
Using Google's AI voice tech. Talk about practicing what you preach.
It's pretty smart, actually. It makes it more accessible, right?
Yeah.
You can listen while you're commuting or whatever.
Definitely convenient, and it shows how AI is embedding itself even in how we get our news.
Speaking of which, did you see the item about TVC News in Nigeria?
The AI news anchors. Yes, that's fascinating.
Right. Delivering news not just in English, but Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Pidgin, using AI voices.
A first for Nigerian broadcasting, it said.
Yeah, and they emphasize it's to boost local language coverage alongside human journalists, not replace them. With editorial oversight, of course.
Interesting use case for reaching wider audiences in diverse language environments.
Mm-hmm. Preserving linguistic diversity while using new tech.
Okay, nearly there. Just a final reminder in the newsletter about the Entrepreneur Resource Portal.
Ah, yeah, the online hub. Always good to keep that top of mind.
It's got tools, resources, things like funding info, budgeting templates, networking links, all tailored for Zambian entrepreneurs.
Super useful to have that all curated in one place. Saves a lot of searching around.
Definitely. So if we take a step back,
Oh, yeah.
wow, this newsletter really paints a picture, doesn't it?
It really does. A very active, very forward-looking innovation scene. Lots of focus on AI, yes, but also on entrepreneurship, inclusion.
Building skills, getting the policy right, supporting developers, it feels quite comprehensive.
Absolutely. From high-level strategy discussions to practical tools and funding opportunities, it covers a lot of ground.
It leaves you thinking, doesn't it? With all this momentum, especially around AI and support for startups, what's the next big breakthrough going to be here?
That's the exciting question. Will it be a specific sector that really takes off thanks to AI? Or maybe one of these new women-led ventures?
Yeah, or perhaps how we leverage that developer talent that the survey is trying to understand better. Lots to watch. It really makes you consider, which of these threads will weave the most significant change in Zambia's future.